You've got the heat, you've got the summertime, you've got hurricane season starting, but what a delightful way to start this year. And in fact, we're expecting a pretty nice feel tomorrow, mostly sunny, a little bit more humid, but overall, I think still a pretty nice day tomorrow and maybe even Tuesday. I think Wednesday might be the day that we're like, okay, yeah, now we're completely back to that summery kind of feel. We are changing to that typical summer pattern, and that'll take us from Wednesday probably into the weekend. And thankfully, a nice calm start to hurricane season. No threats on the horizon for us at this point. Right now we're at 78 in New Orleans. I was pointing out the dew point temperature, which has risen a little bit, but it's still not terrible. Our temperatures north and south, mostly middle to upper 70s at this point. And as I was pointing out, our radar has shown a little bit of shower action south of Franklinton and also a tiny bit right on near our coast outside of Cocodrie. That one has almost fizzled at this point. There are a couple strong storms in East Texas between roughly Dallas to Houston, all sinking south along this stationary front. This is the front that brought us this nice lower humidity feel this weekend, and we have a surface high that will be in control over the next couple of days. If you noticed, it was a little hazy earlier today. That was from that wildfire smoke from wildfires in Canada, and you can see we're not really looking at that as much any longer over us, but it was yesterday and is clearly more significant off to the north and even to the east of us around this trough of low pressure. And moving into this week, you can see upper high pressure especially starting to build and expand toward us as we get toward the end of the week. So that's going to heat us up. It'll keep us hot and humid. We'll have a few daily showers and storms, I think. Overall, really classic summertime kind of weather. And here's that humidity forecast, by the way. Monday and Tuesday still hanging on to a fairly comfortable feel. Dew point temperatures likely in the 60s and then getting into the 70s for Wednesday and beyond. And when you get into the 70s with the dew point temperature, that is when you start to feel that more typical summertime mugginess. Tonight, maybe a stray shower north of the lake. Our temperatures around 65 for early tomorrow, and south of the lake about 71. Should be a pretty quiet start to your Monday. And then we'll have highs tomorrow around 88. A lot of us got pretty close to that today. Yesterday, the high at the airport 86. So a nice break in temperatures as well as humidity over the weekend. Tomorrow, you'll note that humidity up a touch. Still could be really pleasant in the morning and evening. And our rain chance pretty slim tomorrow. This is our forecast tonight. Not much rain expected. And tomorrow, maybe a couple of showers firing up here and there, but obviously not a whole lot of rain and not widespread across our area, but possibly a couple of us getting a little shower here or there. Tropical outlook, no development expected for the next 7+ days. That's about as far as you can look out into the future with this. Oh, that should say 2025. Our NOAA forecast is 13 to 19 named storms, hurricanes 6 to 10, and major hurricanes 3 to 5. So you can see that's in line with or maybe a little bit above average. This is the average numbers of named storms and of those becoming hurricanes and major hurricanes. So calm start, no development expected for the next week or more. Saharan dust is expected to keep everything quiet across the area. When you have that dry, dusty air, it's hard to get storms to form and certainly to get tropical development going. And again, that near or slightly above average season expected. And note, even though we're officially in hurricane season, we'll be giving you updates so frequently, especially on WWL Plus, here on our newscasts, everywhere we can reach you. But really, we don't have all that much activity typically in June or even July. We have a huge ramp up in August, and then September is by far the most active month, and October too. So of course it will be more of an active kind of pattern, almost certainly as we get later into the season as opposed to June. But this is the big thing for the next several days. Saharan dust getting into the Gulf and along the Gulf Coast for next weekend. So that might actually give us once again a little bit of a hazy look to the sky, maybe bring some pretty sunsets that can enhance sunsets and sunrises when you have more of those particles in the air for the light to shine through. So that is also going to probably hinder any sort of potential formation. Andrea, Barry, Chantal, Dexter, Aaron, those are the first names up, but we have not seen those yet and no sign of them at this point. 7-day forecast shows a really regular, typical summer forecast. That'll be it as we head through this week, whether you've got work, school, summer camp, whatever it is, couple of showers and storms in the afternoons and highs getting to about 90.